Situation is very hard, situation is terrible, situation is critical. They terrorize us for us to give up, for us to go out on the streets and say, no, we give you Donbass, we give you territories, but stop bombing us. But people already understand that given Donbass, given all your money, all your relatives, won't stop Russia, because Putin has no good cards, as Trump says, yes, because any stop, people will analyze results of this war. Results for Putin, for Russia, is terrible. They're terrible, absolutely terrible.
Welcome to Talking Ukraine in English. We've had a little break since the holidays, and I have been wanting to talk to my friend Olexander Kulabuhov, who is currently based in Kyiv. I've been wanting to talk to him for some time about how life is like in Kyiv, but because as we know, the electricity hasn't been available and heating hasn't been available, it's been quite difficult to set something up, Olexander. But finally today, it seems like things are a little bit better. I met you during the Maidan in 2014. You had put up a video early in the Maidan on Hrushevskoho, I remember, with your helmet and just sort of putting out this call for the Western world to help. It was in English. And I think, there weren't that many things in English at that time. So, got viral.
Why we want revolution? Do you know what is corruption? You don't know what is corruption. The government is against people. Look at all those. Who are they? Who are they? Is there a criminals? They want violence or something like that? We are just get oppressed and killed and beaten by our government. This is not about Euro Union. This is all about truth. This is all about, we just want to be equal. We want to be, free. We don't want this shit going on in our country.
I connected with you through that. What do you remember? How did we meet, and how did you feel after, why did you put that video together back then?
Yeah, you're right, because there was not a lot of truth, not even in English, but in Ukrainian and Russian. The Russian propaganda machine worked against us. They said that that's not people, that's terrorists, that's Banderivtsi and all that stuff, not people. Well, and I made a video. I showed people, I told that it's not about politics, it's about truth, it's about we don't want this president, we don't want to go to Russia, we're going to go to Europe and all that stuff. Yes, it was 11 years ago, this video. And Time magazine site, American, they published my video. That's why it went viral. And then you contacted me on Facebook, and you made your great movie. It was called Voля abo Smert. I recommend it. Is it on YouTube?
It is on YouTube now. Yeah. After the war started, I put it on YouTube, and there's an English version, a Russian language version, a Ukrainian version, and now a version with German subtitles. So those are all.
Yes. Then we did it. We did in our administration several years ago. Yes, we did gathered people.
Yeah, we did a screening. You organized a screening in the local municipal building in Darnitsa, which is on the left bank of Kyiv. So this was sort of like yeah.
Yes, and for us, it was very important that a director from USA, your movie was exactly what was going on. You showed everything with truth, and that was very important for us, that we understand that American and European people get what is going on in Ukraine. That was very good, and people cried. I remember people cried when they watched that movie. They cried. They had tears.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I wish it had reached more people than it did, but for the people who did have a chance to see it, yeah,
in the future, then yeah,
yeah, it's definitely documents that part of history. Yeah.
Yes. After our victory.
Yeah.
As for your question about situation in Kyiv and in Ukraine, situation is very hard. Situation is terrible. Situation is critical because some people don't have heat, don't have electricity for 2, 3, 5, and 2 weeks. They doesn't have it. So all the communications communication, yes, in their equipment, in their house, a lot of houses are built in Soviet Union, so about 40, 50 years and not very good quality. And their equipment broke, even if there were no shelling, no bombing, no rockets. They are broke. My house is pretty new. All the equipment is inside in the basement, so we a little bit okay. When we have electricity, even 1 or 2 hours, it's good because all the water, all that.
Yeah, the water doesn't freeze. The pipes are still have a chance to work. Yeah.
To work, yes. And in the old buildings, where the old equipment, I know terrible things where pipes blow and water goes. Old people. There are a lot of old people who has health problems and all that stuff. They don't have money and they just lie in there and freezing. And we have already some accidents where they freeze to death. And I'm sure that these cases more than we know from Facebook. I'm sure that it's more. Situation is very critical.
Yeah, that's one thing. Someone commented that some of these older people may be freezing and no one even knows. They're alone.
Yes,
and they're obviously not. Yeah, no one may be missing them.
They don't have internet. They don't have mobile telephone. It's they can't charge it. Well, I think after this spring will show us how many victims of this. Also, the time of time, we have missiles attack, drones attack. Russia collecting a lot, about 500 drones, some quantity of rockets, and they put it on one city, on Kyiv, on Ternopil, or something like that, or Kharkiv. Kharkiv is a very hard situation.
Do you feel? I feel like before the Ukrainian protection, the air defense seemed to work better, where they were most of what was coming was able to be shot down or somehow, didn't hit its target. Is it because do you think Ukraine has less missiles and air defense than before, or is Russia now putting out more drones and more rockets than it was earlier?
I think it's both. It's both, because Zelensky always saying that I need to beg for those weapons, arms, rockets to protect. Yes, I need to beg every time. He said that it recently. And also Russia changed. Before, a year ago, I think maybe 2 years ago, it did it every day, several times a day, but a little, yes. And now it collects, and then once a 5 day, once a week, everything flying on Kyiv, on Odessa, Dnipropetrovsk, all Ukraine, and that's very hard. Yes.
What do you think they hope to achieve from this? Why are they doing this? Like,
It's understandable. It's just Russia is doing what it's done for all their existence. Yes, so they terrorize us for us to give up, for us to go out on the streets and say, no, we give you Donbass, we give you territories, but stop bombing us. But people already understand that given Donbass, given all your money, all your relatives, won't stop Russia, because Putin has no good cards, as Trump says, yes, because any stop is people will analyze results of this war, and results for Putin, for Russia, is terrible. They're terrible, absolutely terrible. This can be a cause of riots in Russia. Yes. So as long as he kills, as long as he taking 1 meter a day of Ukrainian territory in the front, in Donbass, as long he will go on. He doesn't, I think that's my opinion. He doesn't care how many people died. It's not he's thinking about himself.
Sure.
That's my
Yeah. And maybe the elite, his friends and people in Moscow, but everyone else, I think, is like dispensable. Is this?
And also, one moment. And also, we had the president Kuchma, and he wrote a book. Ukraina не Росія. Yes, Ukraine is not Russia. And it's really is. Now, even those 10% of Ukrainian who was for Russia, yes, about 10%, we have this, we should admit it. They understand it through this bombing, through this, I don't know, animal things that they're doing, beast things, yes, not human and not humanity.
Yeah, I mean inhuman, but animals don't do this. Like an animal,
even animals, yes.
Animals won't do that. They'll take what they need or kill what they need to survive. This is something different. Like, I don't think the world has seen something like this kind of terrorization. And
I found the word. It's demoniac things. Demoniac. The world saw a lot of things, as Hitler, as Stalin, as Lenin. A lot of empires did this, but we thought that third millennium, we already can quit it. But now world is extremely going down.
Are there some people who feel like, yes, we should just give Russia what it wants to stop the war? If you have a family and kids, or you're an older person, you may not be willing to deal with this much longer, or it may be very different. Are there some percentage of the people where they're saying, like, yeah, this is enough. Zelensky, needs to make some deal. Is having that result, is it working on some percent of the population like that?
I think such a big country as Ukraine, yes, and the big population that were 42 million before war, and now it's about 30 million, I think. I don't know, really. Of course, in this population, we have some weak people, we have some stupid people, we have some cheated, yes, обманутые. Обманутые by propaganda, by something like that.
Yeah.
Influenced. So, of course, we have these people, but normal Ukrainian understands no given to the aggressor won't stop him. No, it can't be, and it logically for Putin, why he should stop? Why? Can you tell me? Okay, we'll give him a Donbass. Why he should stop? Ukraine that still remains, Donbass and Crimea, it's Ukrainian territories. So when he will stop, we will accumulate strength and take it back. He understands it. Even if he'll take Kyiv, war will not stop. I think that's my opinion.
Yeah, well, there is a sense that Ukrainian army is overextended, that the guys who have been, they've lost a larger percentage of their army than Russia has, because Russia has a much bigger army, and there aren't a lot of new guys coming to give the guys there a break. So there's a problem now with having enough people, because people are, from what I understand, are hesitant to go out there because they're afraid once they get into that system, they could get stuck there for who knows how long. And if you have a bad commander or you get a bad situation, it can be very difficult. So people are hesitant to go there than they were before. I mean, is that accurate? Like, is a problem? Like, you sent me that video with Tevaka taking this guy into the van, by force. I mean, what is a guy like that going to do in the front? I don't know how useful he will be. Like, what are your thoughts about, that situation?
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. Ukrainian heroes, warriors, soldiers, commanders are exhausted, are very tired. The war is a very, very hard job, Our president is very tired because except of Russia, except of hard working with Trump or American president, with other work with European countries and all the world, he has political opponents here who want to get along with Russia even after all this it's done. But as for people, as for the army, as for everything, first of all, Ukrainian army needs more arms, more weapons to save lives. You're absolutely right that Russia is more. Now we have very good young Minister of Defense whose mind is more in contemporary, about drones, about multiplying this thing, so to save lives. So Ukrainians make war more technological, to have no such deaths, a lot of deaths, a lot of victims, to save lives. As for TCK, yes, when they get a guy and put in a van and he goes, first of all, war is war, What they doing, it's crazy, it's very bad, it's terrible. But war, by itself, is terrible. And I'm absolutely sure that such war would come to Germany, Poland, United States, every democratic, good democracy, yes? The democratic values would, go low, because you can't win war without this some things. But it's not good. It's terrible. But only the only way to exit from this, and I think globally Europe understands it. It's that in this war already should appear some units, foreign units from those countries who understand that if Ukraine falls, me will be mobilized to Russian army, and with a shovel we will go to Poland. You understand? Yes? What about it?
Yeah, you're saying if Russia takes over Ukraine, Ukrainians, Russia will absorb some percent of the male population into their army and throw them against Europe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Millions, and they will not think about victims already. No. So that's why Europe. I think that contemporary Europe leaders starting to understand this. That Russia is more closer to them than they think.
Yeah, I think maybe the leaders are, I don't know about the general European population, if they really feel like that might happen, like they think, okay, if Ukraine loses, if Russia takes over Ukraine, then things will be settled down and we can get back to business. And I think that's sort of still the feeling amongst just, general people, but maybe the political leaders are starting to, I hope, think about it differently.
We hope to, because yes, you're right that a guy who were taken in the beaten and he's going to front, what we will do there, what he will do there. But it's time for British, Polish, German troops to involve in this war, because Putin is a contemporary Hitler. So remember, Hitler was victory over Hitler, over Nazis Germany, was made by England, United States, and Soviet Union, and some more countries. Why now small Ukraine? I appeal now to every our people who will see this video. Please open your map, Google Maps, yes, and see how Russia is big. What it's like this, and this is Ukraine. It's like districts of Russia, and for 4 years, and we surrounded also by it. We are surrounded by Russia, and for 4 years we're fighting with contemporary Hitler. Guys, if you, I don't know, now the world is about money, it's about politics, but not all of you, it's about it. It's about, maybe you're about honesty, about justice, about helping someone who's weaker when someone who's stronger attacks him. Yes, maybe think about it. I don't know.
I think you're right, but the problem is, there has to be leadership from America for that. And given what we have with the Trump administration and Trump's, the way he interacts with Putin and talks about Putin, it doesn't seem like, it's going to come from America.
I don't think that America is, or for example, Germany is less greater than America. For me, yes, it's a little bit smaller, but it's still very big. Economy is very big, and they have their history. It's time to understand it and make a step. No one says involve all your Germany in the war. No, but send professional troops. I'm sure that in every country there are military guys who want to involve this war. First of all, they will get amazing. It's time to understand it and make a step. No one says involve all your Germany in the war. No, but send professional troops. I'm sure that in every country there are military guys who want to involve this war. First of all, they will get amazing experience of contemporary war, because this war is such big war was just in 1945, 1941, yes,
Yeah.
and then 75 years no such war. I don't know how to convince them, how to find reasons. For me, sitting in here is a lot of reasons. I lost a lot of friends on this war already. A lot of friends who went first days, now they're gone.
It's that reality that, you know, people in the West are they're not living it, they're not experiencing it, you know, they're not hearing it. It's on the screens. So that's one reason I wanted to talk to you, being in Kyiv. So maybe like, you know, we didn't talk about this, but going back to like surviving in Kyiv this winter, how are people managing it? You know, like these conditions. Like you've sent me some videos of different ways people are, you know, trying to stay warm or.
I'll show you. One moment. I have a bucket, candles in it. I light a candle, get to under this
blanket,
blanket, and put it on. And this is one way to warm up. I'm white, shaved, and my hair washed, because I had 12 hours light, so I could prepare to the interview. That's why I'm a little bit okay right now. But and also I have power bank, yes, power bank, and this thing. Right now we don't have electricity, so this thing. That's why my computer works. It's
the battery.
A battery, yes, but battery, but big. But this not Ukrainians are very poor. It's been poor, and war made them very poor. So even this station charging, not much can afford. So basically, it's power bank, it's light, and like this. Okay, so I have my temperature on the worst days when it was about minus 17 degrees, and it's not Fahrenheit, it's Celsius minus 17, and tomorrow it will be minus 20 at night. I had plus 11 here at home, while minus was outside. And some people have plus 2. You know, it's terrible. It's hard. They don't have money to, you know, buy. And meals, cooking is on gas, like a tourist balloon, and gas. So that's if someone survives in Kyiv, he uses this. Rich people can do more, I think.
What about these invincibility points? Punkt nezlamnosti. Like, so there are these tents set up where people can come and charge and get warm. Like, have you been there? Do people use those?
Yes, I've been there. People use, of course. It's very big help. You can go to the tent. I send you my photos. Yes, when I was there. It's warm. You can charge a lot of gadgets, and it even has Starlink with internet. Yes, so it's very good. But imagine that you are in your home, in your apartment, and you so cold, so you need to go in some tent to get warm. The hottest region in Kyiv now is Troyeshchina. There are a lot of old houses, pipes are blown, and everything is burned, and everything like this. So these tents are full of people, 30, 50 people in one tent.
Are people generally open to helping each other, or are people in like a survival mode? Like, I need to do what I need to do to take care of myself. I can't worry about other people.
Yeah, of course, most of them are in survival mode because you can help somebody if you pretty a little bit okay. But after 4 years, first of all, people have so big stress. I think most population after war will need a psychologist or some kind of help, because right now they are surviving, and when they breathe out, someone will go crazy. Someone already crazy. When you go outside and you walk in Kyiv, you better. I prefer not looking in the eyes, people, because they are very suffering. Me, you know that I'm Hare Krishna movement. So Krishna is, he's covering my heart and my everything. But people are in terrible condition, mentally terribly.
How do people feel about Zelensky? I mean, do they feel he is doing everything he can? Do they wish he was doing something different? Do they still does he have support from people, do you think? Like,
yes, he has support, but now on Facebook, on internet, first of all, I told you that he has enemies inside, and they have, bots. Yes, bot farm, Russian bots and in Ukrainian bots. They comment negative comments, a lot of negative comments, but that's not true, because a normal guy who supports Zelensky, who understands everything what he's doing, he won't criticize them. He won't criticize them. But people, of course, we have people that don't like him, and they are not bots. But this is weakness. For me, this is weakness. I'm absolutely sure when the country at war, we can't criticize our leader. It's like traitor. It's like traitor. So personally, me, I support Zelensky. I'm absolutely amazed what he's done for these years. He charmed all European leaders. He even found language to Trump, I think, as far as it's possible to find a language to Trump, because no one understands him. Well, I have opinion about Trump, but let it be.
I'd like to hear your opinion about Trump.
It's very simple. He's an old guy, an old man. It's okay. It's an old man who had everything in life. He had everything. And he thought, okay, I had everything. I have most beautiful women, all the money of the world, and everything. Now I didn't have power. Yes, power. Maybe power will make me happy. But he didn't know that power don't make power makes a man exhausted. So he just old and exhausted, and he don't give. I think he don't think about everything. He just want peace. Peace, I mean, for him, not in the world. Well, but some steps that he done, for example, in Venezuela, it impresses. It impresses. I hope someday he will do this in Russia. Some such steps. But what's going on? And as for his, love to Putin, I have explanation too. Okay, it's my opinion too. When he was young and he visited Moscow, Moscow KGB and all this, FSB, they are professional in doing such traps. It's like honey trap, honey trap is called, for such guys as Trump. So somewhere in a hotel, a nice hotel, came girls, young girls, and Trump had some time with them, and everything was recorded. And now these records have Putin. Putin has these records. And as an Epstein had this record, and Putin has the same record. So that's a hook on what Trump is. I think that's my opinion.
Maybe these days though, I don't know if people would even care if that was released. He can just say it's AI, and I don't know.
Now everything is possible. Everything is possible.
How are you spending your days, or in the future, or is there something that we haven't touched on that you think would be important or interesting?
Well, I'm the guy who trying to help, because I think my conditions are not so awful as someone has. So we have a project, Food for Life. We are going to places where was bombed, rockets came, and feeding with prasad, with vegetarian meals, feeding people, feeding men, firemen, policemen, everyone. That's what we're doing. But of course, cold and electricity, lack of electricity, it influence first of all on your brain. So some days you become like a little animal who thinks only about to get warm and to eat, and that's it. So it's hard, to even work, analyze something when you were cold for several days. It's hard. But I want to say that Ukraine will never give up. I'm absolutely sure in Ukrainian victory. If Chechnya, you remember Chechnya? So last Chechen troops that were fighting, they were killed or destroyed only in 2021. Can you imagine? In 2021, we also have Chechen troops in Ukraine. Chechnya has troops. It's called Battalion Sheikha Mansoura. So they are fighting with Ukraine, and I think that every country should understand we should fight with Ukraine right now on the battlefield. Small Chechnya could resist Russia. It took 2 wars, and to 2021, last there was destroyed. So what can you say about Ukraine? How Ukraine can lose? How? Only if someone betrays us. If someone hardly betrays. But this I owe to President Zelensky. I thank him very much. I can see, and every normal person can see, that he doesn't have life. Someone says he steals money, he steals something. He doesn't have life. You can find his channel on YouTube, and every day for 4 years, for 5 minutes or more, he's saying what he's done today. Every day.
Yeah.
Not every blogger does this. So he's another kind of person. But I think after war only people understand. Now, yes, Ukrainians criticizes because, for example, there is corruption. There is corruption in the army. I'm absolutely sure. But imagine 700,000 army. It's very big. It's very big. But as when we say to corruption, 4 years Ukrainian army resist. If it was terrible corruption, how could it be? It's already everything would be solved. No, there is corruption. There is some people, and they are in every country of you who watching video. There is thieves. What can you do about it?
I mean, I have hope that something will change this year. I don't know how. Maybe Europe will step up because Trump is acting the way he is. You know, that could be a positive result, that Europe will become more proactive and mobilized. But I don't know. They talk a lot, but so far not so much action.
Demian, we are here for 4 years. We heard so many times that war will end next month, next year, and something like that. So we don't think about it. We don't believe in it. It's only in the God's hands, not in the Trump's hands, not in Zelensky's hands, and not even in the Putin's hands. It's in the God's hands. Right now, we are suffering. So we are trying, if every man in Ukraine or in Europe, in America, will just do something kind, something good, send $1 or €1 for help people. No, army is okay. Army is good in Ukraine, but for people, find someone on Facebook, Ukrainian, and ask him, do you have power bank? Do you have station? Do you have gas balloon? Send him, let him buy it, and this will be great. You will improve your karma. You will make good thing.
Yes, you are right. You are right.
Everybody who's watching, welcome to Ukraine after war, because it's a great country. You love people, you love the culture. You will find a European or American stuff. We have everything. We have a third country things, and we have absolutely European American things. So if you know English, you will be very comfortable in Ukraine, in Kyiv. So you are welcome, and have a good day, have a good time, week, month, and year.